Hey everyone, this is Charles Caldwell, and this is Java 2's last demo video. This one is about content providers. Now we have two apps to go through this week, so we better not waste any time. We better get right to it. So here we are on the computer, and as I said, we have two apps to go through, which is the companion app and the main app. So let's just jump into the companion one real quick. As we'll see, we see nothing. That's because we haven't added anything to the main one yet. So let's come right back to this in a minute. So here's the main app. It is basically the exact duplicate of the one I turned in for week 3, which is a quotation journal, except that this one uses content providers as opposed to writing to the cache. So let's just go over this real quick as a quick reminder. So we hit add, we'll add in a quote, and we'll hit save. There's our quote. Click on this, and we get to see it. And that is the essence of our week 3 app. Except this time what we added is, whereas week 3 was just creating, reading, and deleting, this one is also updating. So if we go into view the app, whereas before we had the share and delete, now we have a edit. So we can go in and actually edit that. And we see it's updated. So just to show that our companion app is updating, let's go back over to that, and there it is. So let's go ahead and add one more quote. And we'll see it updates there. So we saw that we can see it's running on it's running on API 22, so let's at least that. We saw the 3 screens. This is all basically the same functionality as week 3. We saw a form screen that not only adds new items, 3 data points, and save to a content provider, which we'll see in a second, but we also saw there is a feature for updating the details. And we saw this. Let's go ahead and ensure that it does delete stuff of this companion app. Go in here. It does delete. Let's check in our companion app, and it's gone. So the rest really of the show is just to prove that we are using a content provider. So let's jump over to code and ensure that. So here we are in the code, and what we're looking at here is a SQLite Open Helper, which is how we are establishing our SQLite table, all our columns, and creating our table. And then we're using this provider, this content provider, to access that data. As you can see, got our query, insert, delete, update. So that proves that we are using the content provider to interact with our database. So let's take a look at one of these activities just to see that we're using our content resolver to update and insert data and the like. So we're storing 3 data points, and 2 of them are text, 1 is an integer. Both applications, I feel, are using the right navigation pattern. We're using 2 different data types, and we're reusing 3 columns of data. So really, as complicated as I think the app was, I think that pretty much covers it. It looks really easy on the surface, but it was a challenge to code, I'll admit. It wasn't any one difficult thing that stuck out in my mind. It's just a bunch of little tiny things that would trip me up from every now and again. So I'm looking forward to taking a nice quick little break this weekend and then jumping right back to it on Monday. So hope to see a bunch of you in that class. Until then, thank you for watching.